Hello, boys and girls. This is Aunt Fernita, and I have a wonderful story for you called Jesus' Get Well Party. Today's memory verse is from Matthew chapter 25, verse 36. It says, "I was sick, and you looked after me." The message for today's story says we serve God when we help sick people. Have you ever had a high fever? Do you remember what it felt like to be hot and sick? Well, a long time ago, Jesus helped someone with a high fever. Jesus was so tired. He had spent a very busy day teaching the people, and he was ready for some rest. Peter was one of Jesus' special helpers, and his home was nearby. So Jesus went to Peter's house to rest. He thought he might take a short nap. But there was one problem at Peter's house. The mother of Peter's wife was sick. She had a very high fever, and there was no medicine to make her well. Peter's family was very, very worried about her. "I'll ask Jesus to help her," Peter decided, and that's what he did. Peter told Jesus about his wife's mother and the terrible fever that wouldn't go away. He really wanted Jesus to help her. So quietly, Jesus went with Peter into the room where the sick woman rested. She was so sick. She was even too sick to get up and take care of her family. Jesus smiled kindly at her. Then he quietly bent over the woman and told the fever to leave. And you know what? It did. And right away, she got up and fixed food for Jesus and his helpers. Now that was big news. Someone visiting Peter could heal the sick? Well, someone told a neighbor, who told someone else, and who told someone else. And soon people all over town knew that Jesus had healed Peter's mother-in-law. And you know what? Before long, people were lining up at Peter's house. Some were very sick themselves. Others brought friends or loved ones who were sick. Some were able to walk on their own, but others had to be carried by friends. But on and on they came, and it seemed like the line would never end. Jesus loved every one of them. It made him sad to see so many suffering people. He wanted them all to be well. So, hour after hour, late into the night, he healed them. Not until the last person who came was well did Jesus stop for rest. Oh, what a long and exciting day it had been, and Jesus was still tired, but he was happy. He was happy that he had been able to help so many sick people. Jesus wants you to help people who are sick too. What can you do? Well, you can smile, you can sing a happy song, or you can give them a drink of cool water. But most of all, you can pray and ask Jesus to help them get well. Jesus will always hear your prayer.
This podcast was brought to you by Gracelink.net and Studio El Piso. For more children's resources, please visit Gracelink.net.